So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another scene for Darkness in Dublin, the Mage venue, where Morgan has arrived. That's pretty much it. Back at the bookshop, puttering in the front door. I imagine she has a key by now for when the bookstore's, closed. Maybe? Or she's knocking?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Lets herself in. And, heads to the stairs, kicks off her shoes, and putters on up. Doing her usual, bag of Skittles in one hand.
Well, as you came in, you would have noticed candles in the doorway. You would have noticed the shop had been closed. You reckon it's been closed all day. And you would hear the distinctive voice of Callie from upstairs, that deep, resonating song kind of echo around the place.
Morgan is okay with this.
Context.
Continues her puttering.
There you go. But it looks like it's someone coming from deep upstairs.
Yep. Morgan just wanders up. Inya kicks off shoes. And unless she is somewhere really weird, probably plops down on the couch, kind of casting an eye towards wherever Callie's voice is coming from. Goes ahead and pulls off the eye patch as she's sitting.
It's coming from inside where her sanctum would be.
And she is not going to interrupt that shit. Just pulls up a nice spot on the couch. Nice old comfy spot.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Eyebrow.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
And with a glance to the sanctum, we'll go ahead and hop up and begin right back down the stairs.
Dunk, dunk.
Oh my god, I'm here. Just, who the fuck, lifts the little blinds?
Hey.
Oh. She just flicks open the lock and pitches the door open.
Is,
She's upstairs. Go
Okay.
sit on the couch, don't interrupt.
Oh, it's, okay.
She just kind of points up, seeing as the singing is kind of resounding through the building.
I, brought a bucket of chicken.
Well, at least you and I are friends. She'll kind of step out of the way so she can re-lock the door behind him.
It's spicy chicken, I hope you don't mind.
I don't care. Come on, get in.
He comes in.
Then she will flick the lock, turn about, start to mosey back on up those steps.
Okay, so for sauces, they kind of gave me a pack, so, got mango habanero, got, some buffalo sauce here. I don't really know what this flavor is, but it's spicier than the last two.
Eyebrow.
That just like, and he shows it, and it just says, like, death flavor.
She accepts this.
And then I got the nicer ones, like barbecue, honey Dijon, blue cheese, if you're into that kind of thing, ranch.
And she will plop back on the couch, pat the seat next to her, and just kind of idly gesture to the table. She'll even set her Skittles aside. There's chicken.
Yeah, he'll get some plates if they're available and set it out. And there are some definite wings in there, some definite drumsticks. A lot of them are more strip formed.
I imagine that makes for easier dipping.
Oh yeah, a lot of them. Basically, it seems like a bucket of whatever is conducive to dipping, whether it be boned or not so boned.
Yep,
And it is all fried.
Morgan will be pitching an eye now and again to the sanctum, just kind of trying to track the song, trying to kind of get the idea of when Callie's going to finish whatever she's working on. There's no real telling.
Seems like she's... for context, it seems like she's just moving around in there, essentially.
This thing, it's supposed to feed like 4 or 5 people, so I figure between the three of us, it'd be okay.
Yeah, probably.
You two seem to have some pretty strong metabolisms, and I figured if Collins was around, he might want some, you know.
Yeah, fair enough. She's still kind of distractedly glancing. She'll finally be like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna see what. I'll be right back." And she'll hop up and wander over to the room, and presuming it's not like locked or shut firmly, she'll ease the door open to glance in, see if Callie is especially engaged, see if it's essentially ritual work or not.
So once you open the door, she never locks her sanctum. It's again, there are basically when you open the door, it's like someone has painted several different colors all along the walls. You normally see all the Nordic symbols still engraved in the wall, like etched in. But that is right in front of your face. That is the execution of Yuki. Like you, her, Yuki, the crowd. Like it's all very intricate and detailed. Like from every single person is there. It's covering each of the walls of the room.
Huh.
And there'd be different symbols as well, different runes carved into each part of the painting.
Man. You are never getting the security deposit back on this place. She's like leaning in, looking over the painting.
And you'll see what seems to be Callie with this kind of shawl thing over her face, staring down into a bowl of water.
She'll pause to watch for just a moment because she could have sworn she was moving around a minute ago.
You see her hands like dip into the water, but she just seems to be staring, almost like she's fascinated with something.
Well, that is a whole bucket of not a ritual she knows. She's gonna ease back out of the door. She does not want to fuck up whatever she's working on. Okay, just ease the door shut. That's... Yep. And I was gonna just wander back over, hop over the side of the couch and be like, well, that was happening.
Should do anything.
Yeah, looks like.
Okay. Yeah, it's best not to fuck with people when they're doing a thing.
You don't say.
It's a pretty good rule to live by.
I know, right?
Anyway, I set aside enough that she's not gonna feel like we dicked her over if we start. So you want to start?
Odd shit. Fuck yes. What is that, mango habanero?
Yeah. That these two are mango habanero.
And yeah, she'll snag one of the little dipping sauces and snag a plate and several strips of chicken and settle back with that as opposed to like compromising the entire bucket. We'll nest back, putting the plate on our lap, and yeah, we'll just start nibbling into it. It's awe inspiring how much she can put away, but she never does it quickly. She just kind of idly eats. So, not a planned visit then.
Kind of a planned visit.
Did she plan it? Or did you just plan it?
I planned it.
Oh, that's... yeah, fuck it.
There was a plan involved that just wasn't hers, I don't think.
Nope. Neevil.
I don't know. I wanted to come around, so
I don't think she'll mind.
she's taking it hard.
I mean, she's doing something.
Okay.
That whole, yeah, death resonates.
She doesn't really let me in on when things are going on with her.
There's like a skeptical side glance, one eyebrow up. She is, I mean, again, she's already taken off the eye patch, so it gets the full look. I mean, I feel like there's a certain amount of logic to death and Callie doing her thing.
I guess. Yeah. Either way, it just, I don't know. Felt like I should come around.
No, I'm sure that'll be perfectly interesting. Again, a glance back. Always a glance back until the singing stops.
It does. See this door slowly creak open.
Oh, there we
Hey.
go.
She kind of sags against the door. She looks tired. It's like she's probably been at this all day.
You look like you worked up an appetite. I brought dinner.
Oh, I didn't realize you had come in.
Morgan got the door.
Yep. Morgan sets aside her plate, hops up, goes over to check on her, give her a shoulder to lean on if she's tired enough that she's leaning on the door frame. Have you paused even once all day?
I'll shake the head.
Yeah, come on. You need something.
Eating would be nice.
Mm-hmm. And she, does kind of the shrug up, around the back under the arm, kind of like, hey, buddy, let's walk over, hug style. Except I'm actually taking some of the weight off, but totally casual.
Yeah, she plonks herself down and just begins to, devour the chicken. It's kind of terrifying, really.
I also kind of wanted to come around and say I was sorry for yelling at you. I lost my temper there for a second and wasn't okay.
Bits of the chicken drip out of her mouth. That's fine. I mean, you have a right to be angry.
It just, I don't know. Either way, my temper's kind of my problem and wasn't right for me to make it your problem. So I am actually sorry about that.
It's alright. I was not offended.
Okay. I was out shopping today and he digs around in the pocket of his jacket. I noticed you wear stuff on your wrists that kind of looked like this, so picked it up. And it's not really special or anything. It looks decently crafted, like there's a nice little braid type design going on there, but it's just a leather bracelet.
Slowly takes it, examines it.
So yeah, I wanted to come over to give you that too.
It's very thoughtful of you.
It's just something that occurred to me in the moment.
Nod of the head. She takes a bite of the chicken. She's staring at you. Her face stone faced.
There's so much awkward chicken eating and staring going on at this point. Morgan has to easily be the most animated of the three of them.
Probably. Look on the bright side, she seems entertained. There's a distinctly amused tone to the chewing. Nonetheless, she will slowly but surely inhale another whole piece of chicken before unfolding herself, heading into the kitchen and grabbing drinks. Though she will actually pause with the fridge open, having cracked a bottle, cracked another, stuck a straw in it, and then paused, glancing back. Leans out of the kitchen. Do you drink anything but milk?
I mean, I'll drink water, pretty much anything non-alcoholic.
There is the muffled sound of kind of a snort, but she retracts into the kitchen and will eventually reemerge with a glass of ice water that she, like, plunks down in front of Kevin. The bottle with the straw that she hands Callie. And she will take her bottle and plunk merrily on the other side of the couch and watch them awkwardly make eye contact.
That wasn't like, I don't know a good way to broach this topic, but are you okay?
I'm fine. Tired, yes. She takes a sip. Long day, but I'm fine. Why do you ask?
It's just, I remember what it was like for me when I have had to do stuff like that, and was younger and inexperienced, and it's, even if you know you're doing the right thing, it can be hard to cope.
This is not my first time taking a life.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate your concern. I have made my peace with my gods. Hopefully Yuki will do the same.
That's so one would hope. I'm
Are you okay?
fine.
I see.
Could kind of kick myself for not being the one to bring things to Samira, but Hoth, that whole set of people, they predate me. There's older history there. Almost felt wrong that I'd be the one.
Sometimes you don't have to shoulder everyone's burden.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I entered into this pact with Sam. Normally, somebody in my position would be the one to do it, but this time it didn't feel right.
It is alright. I took the burden and gave her an honorable death as far as my tradition goes. Outside of another thing, but that would have been bloody.
I didn't really know Kimura.
She faced her death with courage. She deserved an honorable death.
All right.
A pact, you said?
Yeah. It's not that different from what I'm kind of guessing you and Morgan over here are up to.
Oh,
We just watch each other's backs is all.
There's a vague smirk because there are numerous implications to be had there.
well, I'm glad that you found someone who you could share that with.
It's just we nearly got killed together once or twice.
Nodded the head. I understand the fear of death can often bring people together.
It's not just that. Look, there's a lot of history and shit behind all the things between my people and hers. Part of us sticking together is to help bury that.
A nod. That is it's good. I'm glad to see you are breaking boundaries.
All right, Morgan can only handle so much. She eventually pops a Skittle, pauses, and turns a glance at poor Kevin. Are you fucking?
No. What? No.
Pops another Skittle.
Oh, shit. We just fight together. And things like that.
Kai just stares at Morgan like, why are you like this?
Like
She looks
it's
very entertained with her beer.
no, we just work on projects together, fight, try to look out for each other. That's it. I would-
A casual
No.
shrug.
Ugh. Look, she seems like she seems nice and all, but I just don't look at her that way.
Trying to remember if you told Morgan about the shit you saw in that
I don't think
following
it did.
tirade.
That
I was about to be like, and you're not a priest, but I guess I don't know that. Well, she just, man, this beer suddenly very entertaining. Callie can side eye her all she wants, but confirmation has been earned.
Takes another slow bite of her food. Will you be taking any more into your group? Or is it just you two?
the topic came up one time, and since then, so much has been going on. I don't think either of us had time to even think about it.
Just nod the head.
It was
It's something serious, so it's a smart option.
yeah, it was one of those things where we talked about the idea of talking about it, and then just you know how it is in this town. One thing after
Mhm.
another. There's no time for us to sit down.
Well, perhaps you should have another talk.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
will
maybe.
not be. I she will not be angry with me. I hope.
Listen, if whatever happens on that end, I will. If things need to be smoothed out, I'll figure out a way to smooth them out. You guys have been pretty good friends to me. The least I could do.
Just a nod of the head. I will expect people will look at me strangely, but it's nothing I'm not used to.
I mean, if they look at you that way, they're gonna look at me that way.
There's an eye roll. Callie, there is literally no one better suited to what you did.
Kind of saved a lot of grief too. I think you and me were the only ones who woulda or coulda, and if I'd done it, there'd be a lot more angry people.
Like I said, death has attachments for people, and people can say things when they're grieving. I just want to make sure that I'm not stepping on anyone's toes.
Coulda and woulda. That's still Callie's back. Swag.
Well, as long as everything is okay.
So far, I haven't heard anything.
Oh, speaking of things that are and aren't okay.
Yeah, you go first.
Turns out Lucifer isn't a demon, and dealing with him is an infernalism. Guy's hand.
Do we really want to chance that?
I mean, it's not chancing. I talked to him. Well, I talked to the Dream Speaker.
Heard the level of vitriol these people spoke with.
You think I'm going to tell them?
He's not welcome in my home.
Another side note, he's welcome in mine.
I feel like this is about to be appropriate.
The hand comes up defensively. I'm just saying.
Why did you do that?
Because he's not malevolent.
That you know of.
Proven fact. Not malevolent.
And why did you trust him?
Still not malevolent, just bored.
That's even worse.
Or better.
No. Bored gods and demons and deities or whatever the hell he is a far more dangerous thing.
There's an idle shrug. Besides, he seemed to know me.
If the stair could multiply to the point where Morgan is shattered to the earth, to the the ground, that would be that stair.
What?
I do not understand how you're so casual about this.
Kevin comes out of the bathroom.
Because everything is a clusterfuck, and if I actually start taking any of it seriously, I would off myself, I guess. I don't know.
Then maybe you should. If that thing knows your name, then that is trying to form some connection with you. I don't know why you're trusting these things.
Guys. I just had a heck of a time finding your bathroom.
With what's going on, should I say very seriously, especially with the rates screaming. Do we really want to poke into something that knows your name?
No, I knew my first name. Or only told me my first name.
That just takes a long bite of her chicken. Again. Never mind. I'll let Collins explain it. You'll actually listen to Colin. She says under her breath, crumbling.
Eyebrow quirks.
Speaking of bad news, from what I've gathered so far, things to do with that vampire meth are going to heat up before they cool down. The first time this shit hit my people's territory, we thought we'd been pretty thorough, telling them no in an extended fashion. Shit got real. People were thrown out of windows. People got chopped up. It was pretty bad. This point, before I came and talked to you guys about what I talked about, my boss himself and 4 of his heavies were going out because, from what I understood anyway, this was happening again. Which means that the people who are pushing this shit don't like taking no for an answer.
I see.
Now, considering that staring hard at that garbage nearly killed 2 of you, I can't see a way where this doesn't escalate.
That's a risk I'll have to take. There's something else as well, but... Did you both sleep all right last night?
Yeah.
I mean,
Morgan?
Excusing the sizable hole in my body, yeah?
Nods to herself again. Something's wrong.
You want to elaborate?
There's a spirit that is restless. A piercing scream resonated through the shadow world. Like it was dying.
Eyebrow quirk. I don't know what to tell you.
Might be something we need to keep an eye on. Could have something to do with his vampire drug.
Suppose.
What do you need from us then, Kevin, if you're talking about this drug?
Well, for one, I'd like people to stop falling on the floor and nearly dying. For 2, when I can find Modus, who, let me tell you, is a slippery individual when he wants to be.
You check McDonald's?
Yes, I checked McDonald's.
Oh, well, shit.
Even took the time to buy a McFlurry, though there was a fucking hair in it. Plus, there's more than one McDonald's. I checked them all. I burnt a day looking for this guy. Like I said, pretty slippery when he wants to be. Like I already explained to his master nobody wants to hurt him. Nobody's trying to mess with him. We just need to know a little more about his brush with this garbage.
Who's his master?
Siren.
There's a twitch on the right side of her face. I see.
Hey. You asked me. I answered honestly.
Oh, I'm not angry. I'm not angry with you.
No, it's just... I don't know. This whole not having a cell phone thing might be a little, trying even for me.
You know, I have his card.
Who, Modus's?
Yeah. Like, you know, phone number.
He's got a card. This it's pretty groovy. I like it.
I mean, he seems to be selling high-dollar junk.
Well, shoot him a text or something. Tell him I'm looking for him. And it's not something bad.
How about I just tell him to meet you at one of the McDonald's in the morning?
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, huh?
Like, look, I'm not even bringing the guy in front of the big man, okay? It's just gonna be me, him, and Tam. Tam's good people.
Okay.
Tam?
Yeah, you met him briefly before I led you
I
into
don't
the
think I
chamber
did.
that last time.
I think you went and talked to him and then came back and got her.
No, he's the guy who collected all your stuff.
Oh, that's right. He just kind of shrugs.
Yeah, Nine-Fingered Tam. He's a good guy.
I see.
Okay. Tip tapping away on her phone.
We still need to go to the other realms.
I'm not gonna lie. I am still very wary of this whole situation when it comes between me and your friend in the top hat.
If he makes a move at you, you will have to answer to me.
Like, look, I don't have any beef with him or any of those kids. Kind of have to be a special kind of dickhead to have a beef with little children. I just know that they have some feelings and they associate some of those feelings with me.
And that is unfair on you.
Look, I knew I was taking a risk when I did what I did. Let's face it, I skirted a line.
However, no harm was brought onto them. No anything. I understand their concern. I truly do. To blame someone for something is very judgmental.
I don't know, maybe they're just scared.
They are.
Like, I felt bad that that poor kid, the clown makeup was shaking like a leaf.
All will talk to Nightshade. The next time you appear, he will not, Claire.
Like, I mean, shit, if there's something I can do to make things up to those kids, like...
I'll talk to them. We'll see.
I gotta tell you, and this stays in this room, Ever since I've gotten here, I have lost count of the number of times where my whole like Zen thing has been getting harshed. Says this with the straightest face.
Welcome to Hogwarts. Morgan finally hops up with her empty bottle, going to properly dispose of it.
Hey, she shrugs. She got to see the great fire giant being tricked. She'll smirk finally.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
Yep. Speaking of harsh Zen, she'll put her back out of the kitchen and snag out of one of her pockets what looks like nothing so much as like a massive fang, I guess. A large, like, animal tooth almost. That probably has, I imagine by now, a bit of leather or something wrapped around it and a strap on it. But she'll pull it out of her pocket, and once she's sure that that Callie's looking over and actually following, we'll kind of underhand, lob it into her hands.
All better?
Yep.
You seem in a better mood.
Shrugs.
Speaking of all better, you mind if I get a better look at this? And he gestures towards your face.
The eyebrow quirks.
He is gesturing towards Callie, sorry.
Hang on. Zoom in.
I don't want
My
to.
face.
I don't want to lay hands on you without asking.
Oh,
+2 relationship points.
sure.
And he'll come over, and like mostly it's just fingertips on chin, but he's looking at the scars that he knows got opened up once or twice over like the last few tumults. You've been having a lot of issues with these opening back up on you?
Nod. They always do.
Is this feels so weird saying this. Is this just kind of the nature of, is this like a magic thing?
It's been like that way since she doesn't meet your eyes. It's just been like this that way.
Okay. I'd be getting a little dry. You tried moisturizer or something like that?
Occasionally. It's uncomfortable to touch.
Oh, jeez.
Probably help with the tearing.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be more than willing to help you out on that. I got a couple old ones myself that give me a lot of grief.
Okay.
All right. We'll see how it works out. Just if it can save you some blood loss and some pain, be worth the effort.
Yes. That's very considerate of you.
He lets go of her face at this point. Of course, now they're just like uncomfortably close to each other.
Morgan may or may not be in the process of like stuffing her feet into her shoes.
Kai's like quickly, takes a sip of her beer, like probably way too much as well. She's like, you know what I mean?
Oh, you headed out?
Yep.
All right. Stay safe out there, and Since unlike me, you do carry a pocket phone, I guess don't hesitate if shit gets real.
Yep. Three's a crowd. Have fun.
Oh. Awkward wave.
Yep. She shoves her other heel finally down into the shoe. And, pitches a reassuring enough glance back to Callie. Gives the both of them a wave and goes to, tug on her eye patch before she heads down the stairs.
The mighty Fenrir gives you a look like, don't you leave me here. Type of look as you're walking away.
What unless you want to come with me, you're fucked, buddy.
Pops down on his paw, he's defeated.
Pat, don't watch this time. Never stare directly at it. Goes down the stairs.
And Kevin just awkwardly sits next to Callie.
Want to watch a movie?
Yeah. Yeah, that... I would.
Okay. She'd totally stand up, puts on a movie. They don't watch a movie. Nope.
And at this point, before we go any further into that line of thought, watchers, thank you for watching. Players, thank you for playing. And we'll see you next time on Darkness in Dublin Mage Venue.